Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. Hey y'all, I wasn't even going to come in and talk about this because I am really just over the defending of this man. I was just reading like some of the comments under videos that are showing R. Kelly's trial that's going on. And to this day, people are still defending this pervert. Now, one of the comments that I read, the person was saying, but she said that she was 18 when he asked. My thing is this: if you are a man and you are in your late 20s, early 30s, and you happen upon a young woman and you have to ask her how old she is because maybe she looks a little bit too young, then maybe you shouldn't be messing with her. Let me just say this. When I was in my late 20s, early 30s, and I met a guy, I could tell if he was a teenager. I could tell if he was in his early 20s. Maybe, when you look at them, you may not be able to tell. It may be some question in your mind. But as you talk to them, and as you find out, what they do day to day and all that, if she says she going to school, it's a good chance she's in high school. I don't understand this what about isms either. Well, what about Elvis? Well, what about this? Forget Elvis. Elvis was not messing with black girls. R. Kelly is a pervert, y'all. Just because he sang a good song or he stepped to the name of love, that doesn't mean a damn thing. All of these people cannot be lying on him. There has to be some truth in some of these accusations. Y'all, if this was Robert down the block who had a history of women, of not even, I'm not even going to use the word women, of young ladies, teenage girls, um, accusing him of crimes like this, we would not even be discussing it because that person would have been in jail years ago. Another thing that trips me out is, people saying, well, the parents need to be in jail too. Be that as it may, if R. Kelly would have kept his pants zipped up and quit pissing on bitches, slapping people, and passing herpes around, none of this would have happened. If the parents would have dropped those girls off and R. Kelly would have kept his pants zipped up, none of this would have happened. I am pretty sure there have been other music celebrities or whatever he is that have had occasion where they've produced a younger artist, a teenage artist. We don't hear all of this when it comes to them. But isn't it funny that we have been hearing about R. Kelly for all these years, and we still are saying, well, what about this and what about this? Y'all kill me with this. If I know this, had it been my daughter, and I lost my mind and entrusted her in his care, and something like this happened, I would not stop until he paid for it. Because I'm pretty sure in the beginning, before we all knew that there was some little cloud hanging over him, the first mothers who entrusted their daughters to him, they didn't know. They didn't know. It's not until years later that we all found out that there was a cloud of suspicion over him. What about the first mothers who didn't know? And then later on found out what all was going on. I just don't understand defending somebody that you don't know. To me, as a woman, and the funny thing about it, because I said this before, the funny thing about it is the majority of the defending is being done by women. When I see comments where the person is saying, This don't sound good, this don't look good, this guy is guilty. It is mostly men that are saying it. The men don't seem to believe that he's innocent. And to me, that's very eye-opening, because just like as women, we know each other and we can kind of tell when a broad is talking mess or it don't seem like she's telling the truth. Don't you think these brothers who are saying that, you know, I've been paying attention to this case and all accusations, and as a brother, I don't believe that this other brother is innocent. These men are seeing something or sensing something that is telling them that this guy is not innocent of some of these charges. Even if, just say it's 100 women that are accusing him, even if 20 of them are lying, what about the other 80? What about him giving herpes to a 17-year-old girl? Y'all excuse that? Like I said, at the end of the day, if he would have kept his pants zipped up, none of this would have happened. None of it would have happened. He keeping sex slaves and all that. Some of y'all is twisted. Some of some of y'all defend the indefensible. I'm the type, man, if it comes to a young girl and she accuses some older guy of something, to err on the side of caution, I'd rather side with the young girl. He would have to prove to me that he didn't do it, you know? Because when we do it this other way, where we are blaming the victim, it's like you're re-victimizing them. Sure, there are women and young girls that lie, but this has been going on for decades with R. Kelly. Decades. You know, I'm sick of just reading the stuff, because I was under one thread where people were commenting, and my God, some of y'all acting like he y'all family member or that y'all were there in those rooms when he was pissing on bitches. This is crazy. That's all I gotta say about it. I just don't know, man, where all of this defense is coming from, and the what about isms. Yeah, Elvis Presley was with Priscilla, but we didn't hear for decades of him victimizing other young women. You know, we heard about Priscilla and he ended up marrying the bitch. Good Lord. But when you hear about some of the abuse that R. Kelly did, I remember the one girl that was with him that he made into a boy. And then here lately, we've been hearing that it wasn't just young girls. This motherfucker is a freak, y'all. He a freak. And now we supposed to feel sorry for him? When he was doing all this shit, he was big bad R. Kelly. And now that his shit been called on the carpet, he's sitting around moaning and whining. He should have thought of all of that when he was unzipping his pants, pissing on bitches. That's all I got to say. Bye.